Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Sidekick Tarot. I'm Ryan. Thank you for being here. This is going to be a general reading, so everything may not resonate. Take what does and leave the rest. Or if you're interested in more tarot readings after this, go ahead and check out my wife's channel at Val53 Tarot. She's a review as well. Thank you. I'll be starting by pulling your current or overall energy, and then we'll be going into clarifiers. Okay, I'll get the cards out first, and then I'll begin. Okay. Oh goodness. Okay, Cancer. I don't know what's going on with this right here. I've got questions. I've got serious questions to ask you. Definitely the raise of an eyebrow. Say it that way. Jumping into this though, what you're showing me, there is definitely some sort of mixed emotions and feelings here you're having to kind of work through. I do see that this is possibly to kind of determine whether or not something is worth kind of standing up and fighting for, or whether you want to be adamant about it or not. I do see you are being pretty persistent here. At the same time, whether there are some sort of complications or challenges here between you and someone romantically, or whether this is more so financially related, I'm not too sure. But one thing is for sure, you are kind of surrendering and accepting where your more so train of thoughts are when it comes to the situation. Even though there is this sort of surrender here, there's also another thing that you are mentally focused on that you're not too sure exactly what to think about it. You're saying, okay, well, if I move past this, then what? You're ultimately saying, like, I don't know. And that right there is where you are making some sort of decision or choice here to start a new journey or a new path, or maybe go for something different. I don't know. But whatever this new journey or path is, as well, that is where the devil energy shows up. And I don't say this lightly, but whatever this energy is, I'm curious to see through the clarifiers whether this is toxic, unhealthy, what this is. But I kind of feel like there is some type of plan here you are sitting on or sitting with. And whatever this is, you've made the decision. You're well aware that you made the decision you did. But following that decision, the way you're going about focusing on that decision is in a completely different light. So let's go ahead and jump into clarifiers. You made the decision, but it's almost like you're sitting with it so much that you're kind of just, how do I say this? Stewing in it. What it kind of feels like. It's like you made the decision already, and the more you think about it, the more and more it kind of builds up that negative momentum. Okay, you're not too sure. Well, you're trying to emotionally figure out whether or not something is worth putting work and effort into it. Okay, and then we have a mess. Not taking all of them. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. You definitely want some type of recognition here. You want something to work out for yourself. Interesting, but there was that kind of that split second of like, is it even worth it to me emotionally? Then you're kind of like, I think it is. And then you're like, I don't know if it is. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You're kind of saying like these problems or these issues. Um, oh man, you're not too sure yet. You're not too sure. Like I want something to be successful for me, but these problems are making it so difficult to remain emotionally invested in this or committed to it. Goodness, you don't know if you want to stay or go. Okay, well you've definitely accepted that, but what you're going to do in the meantime or afterwards, you're kind of saying I'm in the process of kind of figuring it out and putting something together, but I'm not too sure what that something could result in. It's something. Yeah, and you're also saying I don't know what the truth is. I don't know what the truth is. Fascinating. What your truth is? Whether or not it's going to work out or be successful or not? That's interesting. It's kind of what's it called? Um, What's it called? Jumping the horn. Think of like race horses. Usually it's not a horn, it's something else, but I'm going to say horn. Before someone says go, you're already like, well, is it going to be worth it? Yeah, right there. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You're making this decision, and what's fascinating about this is it's almost an energy of will. You make a decision, but it feels like a decision to communicate or say something or express something to someone. Interesting. It almost feels like some type of talk to clear the air of some sort. I don't know what this is about. Um, you're doing work to be notified, like noticed. Interesting. Ooh, geez. That is an energy of I spy with my little eye. That's an energy of obsession. Unfortunately, Cancer, this is an energy of stalking. I'm not saying you are. Um, Initially, that's kind of the energy I feel from this, but it also could just be, you know what? Um, you're pretty determined in such a way where the energy you're working in and from for the sake of what you're focusing on are completely two different energies. That's kind of like if I say I'm wearing, I don't know, rose colored glasses, I'm going to look at everything like in the energy of love and friendliness and warmth. Um, but at the same time, what I could be looking at could be, let's just say, like a book. It's just very black and white. There's no mood or energy to it. Completely two different things. Your energy is complete fixation, unfortunately. The energy you're watching or becoming aware of isn't in that light. And that's what's so very fascinating because you're kind of saying, like, do I say something? Do I not say something? Do I say something? Do I not say something? And in this back and forthness with yourself, you're beginning to fixate. But you're beginning to fixate in such a way where it's almost frantically searching for information because of that. It's kind of like saying if you weren't so close to something, you wouldn't be in that energy, that toxic energy of fixating on something to kind of understand something or maybe someone. A little bit toxic, a little bit. Be careful with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're sitting with it. You're still sitting with it. You're like, I am gonna sit with it. And I'm like, okay, you do that then, Cancer. You sit with it. Um, it's fascinating. You're kind of saying like, I'm gonna sit with it, but I'm also gonna consider my plans of when to kind of move forward with something. And it's like, okay, well, we'll see. So of course, if you are dealing with anyone, well, there are no signs except that devil. So Capricorn. Wow. Okay. Goodbye.